find the outliers. Well, look here. Here's the key, 1.2. So let's take a look here. So this one is 1.0, 2.1, 2.5, and 3.4. Now, you need to line these up, and they're already in line. So what you're going to do is find the one in the middle here. This is four numbers, so you got to add these two up. So 2.1 plus 2.5 equals 4.6, and when you divide by 2, you get 2.3. So 2.3 is quadrant 2, and then you got to take these two and find the middle one. The middle one here is going to be, it's even, so you got to add up 1.0 plus 2.1, and when you do that, you get 3.1. And when you divide by 2, 2 goes into 3 one time with 1 left over. 2 goes into that 5. I think it's going to be 1.55. You can check it with your calculator. This one is Q1. And then here, you got to add these two up. It's even. When you do that, you get 5.9. When you divide by 2, 2 goes into that 2 times 9. I think it's 29.5. Again, check it on your calculator, but I'm going to say 29.5 or 2.95. All right, so now we have the box, which looks like this. So we have 1.55, 2.95, and then the whiskers 3.4 and 1.0, and that's the box and whiskers. Now this is the interquartile range. So you take 2.95 minus 1.55, that gives you the interquartile range. So to do that, get your calculators out and start them up. 2.95 minus 1.55. When you do that, you get something weird, 1.4, I guess. So the interquartile range is 1.4. Remember, this is 50% of the information. Anyway, the formula for the lower outlier, I'm going to call it LO, is going to be Q1 minus 1.5 times the interquartile range. And the upper outlier would be Q3 plus 1.5 times the interquartile range. And then you'd have to work this out. So Q1 is 1.55 minus 1.5 times 1.4. So you got to use your calculator and you got to multiply this out. I don't think there are any outliers. And then you got to do the same thing, but here you got to use Q3. So it's 2.95 plus 1.5 times 1.4, etc. And that gives you the upper outlier. All right, today you have a worksheet which looks like this. If you can't be with us, here it is. You can copy it down, just put worksheet on it. Remember, mode is the one that occurs the most, and you can have more than one mode. If there's no numbers that repeat, you put 0, okay? Actually, no, don't put 0. Let me back up on that. If none of them repeat, you put no mode. If you put 0, you're saying 0 occurs. So be careful with that. And then the back side looks like this. And this is all we're doing today. All right. Well, have a good morning. Let's talk about college algebra. For college algebra, let's take a look at these two. This is week 6. And this is 11/18. Today is Monday. All right. So first, you got to move this 2 over here. So you're going to have this. Absolute value. 6 minus 2 is 4. Now this one points towards it, so this is the sandwich. So you got to squeeze everything in between the inside like this. Negative 4, positive 4. Then you got to add 4. When you do that, you're going to get x's between 0 and 8. So it's between 0, 8, exclusive, and 8. Okay, so don't color this one in. So delete that. Alright, this one right here is pointing away. This is the same and opposite, but you got to first get this over. So you're going to have x minus 4, like that, is greater than 4. Now it's going to be the same, which is this, and then it's going to be the opposite, which you have to switch this sign and put the opposite sign. Then you got to work it out. Alright, that's pretty much it. Today we're doing this, parallel and perpendicular. So try this one. Well, first you got to get the slope here, so you got to get y by itself. So I would just divide everything by 5. When you divide everything by 5, you get the slope as negative 2/5. Once you have your slope, then you can use point slope. So it's y minus my y equals my slope times x minus my x. And then you work that out. That would be parallel. You could technically leave it like that. This one right here, you're going to just flip that and say the opposite, and then 5/2. So it's basically the same thing, but you got to flip it and change it, and the book says negative reciprocal. All right, anyway, today you have a worksheet which looks like this. Okay, and if you haven't turned your homework in, make sure you do so by tonight. Some of you are not keeping up with your work. There we have it. All right, I changed these to perpendicular. If you have any questions, ask. Have a good day.